CEOS meeting our downside target almost to the exact penny. We're going to go ahead and verify what could happen for the next trading sessions. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again on this fine Thursday evening. This is ARCa coming at you with a CEOS, technicals and raw price action threat of analysis. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community in Discord called ARCab. With that said, let's go ahead and dive right into the charts. Okay, so yeah, actually CEOS was something that we were looking for right down here, and I actually my son is asleep right outside, so I can't really play this back, but you can actually see right here that in my captions it said area of about 02 or 0202 or 0201, right? So the way we can validate that is actually just taking a look at this candle here, and the values of the candle are located right up here. Very small writing, but you can tell what the low is going to be. Okay, the low is going to be here. Okay, so check it out. So the low is 0201, just like we were talking about, right? But we need to make sure that that could be the final touch and the test of the confirmation, or the validation of the newly converted resistance into support of this broadening descending wedge, right? So we are on the test number 5, which is the less likely breakout area, opposed to the number 4, but still the test number 5 does happen often as well, or not as often. But yeah, let's go ahead and validate what's happening here, because the buy volume that came in today with this green bar right down here is very nice. It actually did spike up significantly upon the area that we said that we could likely find a bounce from. Okay, so let's just go ahead and validate the upside continuation. So for the new viewers, just so you know, we were able to see this upside not only because the broadening descending wedge on the daily chart was suggesting the true breakout of test number 5, which typically tends to happen with this play. But we also noticed in the macro scale here, this is the 5-day chart, meaning that every single candle that you see printed here takes 5 days to close. But it actually includes the weekends too. So technically it would be 7 days per candle. Right, so it's a 5-day period because it's 5 business days, right? So yeah, we were able to notice that we were right at this bottom here, touching down on that support level from a ascending channel that we've been essentially riding for over a decade. Okay, so this was a confirmation for us to move to the upside and continue because of this macro scale formation. It would technically make that happen for us. Okay, so we want to make sure that we can validate a continuation to the upside, because the problem here is that upon test number 3 of an ascending channel, this is actually the test that does essentially insinuate that failure or the succession of its true nature, which is usually to the downside, right? So let's just go ahead and continue validating our moves here so that we can gain a true edge. Okay, so now, yeah, we're going to be looking at the divergence chart here. So divergence is the opposition of price action versus momentum. So in this case, momentum represented by this indicator RSI, Relative Strength Index. Okay, so the blue lines were drives of bullish divergence that we actually caught from a couple days ago. Yeah, I actually talked about this 2 days ago. That's the last video that I put up. And we did notice several drives of regular bullish divergence. And right away, actually in the print from, let me see if it was today. No, actually at the last, let's see here. Let's just validate something. Let's see. Okay, so this could have been just yesterday. So yesterday, we actually just validated with a very small pivot at that. Okay, we have to be careful with this because it is a small pivot towards the downside. And I'm particularly talking about the RSI signal line, which is the purple line. Okay, so this pivot to the downside is very small. And another thing to notice too is that we have the 14-day simple moving average, which is the pink line. We do have it below us right down here, which could serve as a form of support in the event to where we do go to the downside. But the RSI, the momentum is actually suggesting a continuation to the downside for now. But please know that this was a very short-lived upside from this area to here, and then we printed another few drives of bearish divergence, and we just came back down, and we're literally at the same pivot where we were just 2 days ago. Okay, so there is some indecision happening with CEOS. I'm not sure if it could be a fundamental catalyst or something in line. But what we can tell for now is that there is a downside, and it is suggesting as such. Okay, and a continuation of it as well. So this is particular to the 12-hour chart. Please remember. Okay, so I'm going to open up the diagram here for you to actually take a look at these four zones, as they are the four zones on the RSI right over here. Okay, so just as I will just focus in on them, as I will be speaking about them often through the last part of this analysis. Okay, so like always, let's go ahead and open up a multi-pane so that we can gain that true edge starting from the immediate short-term time frame, 30-minute. Okay, so the immediate short term is suggesting immediate upside. Okay, the good thing about this is that we have crossed above the 14-day moving average, the RSI signal, and it has now entered the grips of the bull weakness percentile and suggesting entry into that gravitational zone where we can be pulled right into the next zone, which could be the bull strength. Okay, so this is looking good. Please remember that this is 30 minutes, so it's likely to live out pretty fast. 15-minute. Okay, so the 15-minute and the 5-minute are suggesting. 5-minute is upside. And okay, so the upside is still, yeah, don't mind the 15-minute. That's just. I mean, those are micro time frames. They're likely to live out within just a few minutes. Okay, so the bi-hourly is suggesting an upside continuation as well. So now if we can actually zoom in like crazy, we can actually see that we're a little bit of a distance away from that 14-day moving average, which could essentially present a type of resistance. But again, it's just a it's just a bi-hourly. So this can actually just move, temporarily find some resistance before a continuation to the upside. Okay, the reason why I say this is because we're so close to that gravitational area where we can really get that pull right into the next zone, which would be the bull strength. Okay, so now the 6-hour time frame is suggesting a continuation to the upside, and we do have that 14-day moving average above us as well. This is the 6-hour, by the way. And that could give us a little bit of a resistance, but again, always mind where your RSI signal is sitting. Okay, so the signal line is now approaching that gravitational pull. Okay, so if it's going to face that pull, it actually may just break through this moving average and enter the bull strength percentile. So this is still looking okay. All right, so now the daily time frame looks like there could be some type of a pullback, but please remember we're still way above the moving average here, and we're in the bull strength percentile. I know, granted, in the shallow areas of it, which means that we can be pulled right back down to here into the bull weakness, but always remember this 14-day moving average is can serve as a form of support. Okay, so the bi-daily time frame is now not pivoted towards the downside. Okay, so this is still pivoted towards the upside, and it's right at that deep area of the bull weakness percentile, which suggests a continuation to the upside. Okay, so 3-day is also doing something similar, except that this is right at the junction between the bear weakness and the bull weakness, and suggesting a continuation slightly to the upside as well. Okay, so so the 5-day, so it looks, so it looks like we're gonna essentially correct our movements on the weekly time frame or bi-weekly time frame towards the upside. So we're likely going to see some range trading for the medium term. Okay, so what I mean by that is that let's just refer back to the RSI, because these are puzzle pieces that we're putting together. Okay, so we have upside starting almost immediately in the day, and it's getting limited towards the end of the day. Okay, so we can see that we can find, let's see, I can go ahead and give you a couple targets right now so that we can look out for. Okay, so if we're suggesting that upside thrust still within the, let's see, 30 minutes to 8 hours. Yeah, 6 hour, and let's see, the 8 hour would be the last one before the pullback on the 12 hour. Okay, so this is what it's telling me is that the upside is imminent for tomorrow. Okay, so if there is enough FOMO, I can definitely see us retesting our 3-spot 618 at about 346. Was it 0346 where we talked about the last time? And it would be essentially between the 3-spot 272 at 324 to 346, right? So now, but the more likely area to find with a little bit of volume, I'm talking about standard volume, no FOMO applied. The more likely area would actually be at the 286 area where the 2 spot 618 is. Okay, so before finding a pullback at the end of the day or on the following trading session to test either our current highs or the 1 spot 618 at 227 at 0227 before maybe a bounce. Okay, but we're gonna essentially do this is what I'm looking at. Let me show you in with an implied path, right? So I'm saying the best case scenario would be this over here. So I'm just going to imply that it's going to do this. But remember that this is also very likely the 2 spot 618. So I'm just going to go ahead and imply something like this, right? So we come back to find some support from our current highs or the 1 spot 618, right, which could be right down here at about 227, and then we would find this type of resistance from the 2 spot 618, and then we would start trading essentially in like this range here for some time before we can actually validate a move to the upside. Okay, so things are looking still pretty good, but this is essentially what I'm kind of looking at for CEOS. Know that I'm not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, okay? I need you to do your own DD and everything will be just fine, all right, you guys? So if you feel compelled to reach out to me, I know it's getting a little difficult to reach me because there are a lot of messages and comments, and I'm trying to get through as many as I can so that I can say hello to you as well. Okay, but you'll find the links in the description below for the Discord and Twitter. Okay, you guys, if you feel like trading like I do, charting like I do, definitely consider clicking on my affiliate link, as I am an accepted affiliate for TradingView software. It's included in the description below. And I think you'll get like a 30-day free period if you want to look into the premium account. Okay, that it's going to give you the full benefits on that 30-day free trial. But after that, you would essentially choose whether you want a free account or any of their other subscription packages. Okay, you guys. But yeah, I strongly recommend TradingView. I wouldn't trade in anything else. All right, you guys. So that is it for the video. Thank you so much, and I wish you well. A very good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.